friendly. We could do the beach, we could hang out. Yes, her and the E go to my house. You can spend the night till we wake up. Do it all again, cause it ain't mud. What is this love? What are we waiting for? Life can be tough, so I need you more and more. You need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I feel alright. In my dreams, you need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I feel alright. In my dreams. Hey yo, my new thing is I don't want you round if you useless. I make a living rhyming, same job as Dr. Seuss's. People only give to give back, that's recoupment. Always have their two hands out, like they. My new thing is you ain't even gotta be my new chick. You can just pull up and hang out and be a new friend. Or I can show you how to train the dragon like. And either way, it ain't gotta be love. What is this love? What are we waiting for? Life can be tough, so I need you more and more. You need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I feel alright. In my dreams, you need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I feel alright. In my dreams.
Yeah. So every morning after snoring, yes, I yearn for you. Thought it wasn't super serious, but now it's too much. I got a disease, so please let go of the clutch. You got the pedal to the metal and you're revving me up.
So slow down, I got a 2-car garage, or we can go and make sounds that.
Call you Dale cause you weren't hearts. I'll be Tracy Chapman in the fast car.
What is this love? What are we waiting for? Life can be tough, so I need you more and more. You need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I feel alright. In my dreams, you need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I feel alright. In my dreams.
I had a dream, I had a vision. I had to work for this and you didn't. I had to bleed, still got the stitches. I learned to swim from all your burned bridges. Say you're the poet and the prophet, but you never saw me coming. Always starving for attention, and I got the kind you wanted, and it's killing you now. You wanna spin it around, but the truth's still the truth, nothing you can do. I feel it in my bones, won't bring me down, no, not even close. Go ahead and throw your stones, but you can't stop this, you can't stop this. Hey, 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 you can't stop this. Hey, 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 you can't stop this. I had a dream, and now I live it. Ain't it a gift to know it's God-given? I'm not gonna waste it. Stop wasting your breath. Stop speaking in whispers. Say that with your chest. I feel it in my bones, won't bring me down, no, not even close. Go ahead and throw your stones, but you can't stop this, you can't stop this. Hey, 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 you can't stop this. Hey, 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 you can't stop this. Whoa, you won't break me, I won't back down. I just can't shake this feeling like I'm up so high. I got no doubt this life ain't got no ceiling like. You won't break me, I won't back down. I just can't shake this feeling like I'm up so high. I got no doubt this life ain't got no ceiling like. Hey, 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 you can't stop this.
there's a look at Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Now, Charles, you and I, we've done a lot of games together. Always seems like we're rehashing the same storylines. Turnovers, of course, always a big story. Quarterback play, running backs, yada, yada, yada. But getting ready for this one word kept coming to mind, and that's preparation.
Well, it's critical to be prepared physically, mentally. When you think about getting ready for an NFL game, you have to wonder, what will they throw at us that maybe we haven't seen before? 2-minute drill, maybe different things like that. Got to be prepared. You're exactly right.
And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. Leading them out is their 6'3" quarterback, the third overall selection in 2018, Sam Darnold.
And the thing with Sam Darnold is we know the skill set is there. May not be the most mobile or strongest arm quarterback in the league, but usually plays with really good poise and at his best, like a point guard in basketball, able to move around and distribute the rock. And their coach told us the other day that they wanted to get him in a nice groove right out of the gate. And one way to do that, give him quick throws where he can get the ball out of his hand in a hurry, as he did there.
Darnold now to throw. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's completion right there.
Here's Darnold. That's going to be caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Cooper Kupp, 26 yards. And the Seahawks march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. Leading them out is their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Miami.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not, just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Ward. That's complete to DK. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Here is third down and 4.
Here we go, set. Back to 50.
Throwing now, Ward. Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Darnold. He finds his man complete. It's Russell. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw. They went through 2-minute drill, and they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play, because if they get the stop and hold them to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them because it could save them from having to do more.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Cooper Kupp with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Seahawks lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. The extra point now coming from Myers. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 22-yard line.
Come on. Hey.
To throw, here's Ward. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Pollard. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
goodness. I'll tell you what, third down, all you're thinking is, what can we do to keep this drive going to get enough yardage to move the sticks? You're certainly not thinking about taking this one almost the length of the field, but that's exactly what happens here. What a play, and what a change of fortunes.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Now Ward. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
Well, partners, the first quarter, too early to start talking about needing a comeback. They're down 2 touchdowns already, and that sack, that disrupts this drive. They need something to go right on offense, and they need it to happen soon.
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. From the gun on third down, Ward got his man, Okonkwo. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On fourth down, on is the veteran, Joey Sly for the Titans field goal. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. Sly able to put this one through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 8. To throw is Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Titan football. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start with the option. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
2 yards on the play. And the Titans first down.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Okay, ready?
2nd and 10.
Let's go. Let's go.
They'll send the tight end in motion. To throw is Ward. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Here's Ward. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep, Rashid Shaheed. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go, set.
Darnold. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and a yard.
At the 27-yard line.
Back to throw, Darnold. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
We're going to set.
Here's Darnold. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They toss it down to Pollard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing is Ward. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it in the...
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Ernest Jones, the linebacker, with a sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this 1st quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That has lots of leg behind it. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Play action. It's Darnold. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. 3rd and 19. Faking the give, Darnold. Outright to Smith-Njigba. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
At the 50-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the 50, it's Darnold. Throw out wide to Walker. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Off of play action, Darnold. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jihad Ward. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
We go set.
Now it's Darnold. And he's going to go down again. Jihad Ward, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. DK to return. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Derek Hall in there that time to get him to the turf. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
Ward now from the gun on 3rd down. He's got the open man. It's Heilmanner. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Titans 1st down. A gain of 18 on the play. 1st down, Tennessee.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Pollard will take it up the gut. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
On the jump.
At the 44-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
Working out of the gun here, Ward. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Ward. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Here's Darnold. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6. Now off the bootleg, Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Giants 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Well, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action. And some space here. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
The Titans offense and running back Tony Pollard set to go back to work. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. Throwing now, Ward. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Track. Track all 80. Hup. Hup.
Looking to throw. Moore. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Moore. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st down. 1st and goal, Tennessee.
Come on.
To throw, here's Ward. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Let's go now.
Pollard. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Ready. Cougar night.
Now Ward, 3rd and goal. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. So a big sack for a loss of 4. It brings up 4th and goal. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. Looking to put a drive together. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings for some reason it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Up the middle, here's Walker. And fights through one man. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Darnold now to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield, because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
Now Darnold. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 21. 23 yards the pickup there.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
To throw is Darnold. And he's got it. Touchdown, Seahawks. Jackson Smith and Jigba from 21 yards away. And the Seahawks are able to stretch out their lead. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Now Myers for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was capped off by a Jackson Smith and Jigba touchdown catch.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Tackled that time by Derek Hall. Now 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Ward. That's complete to DK. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go. Gravity Lions.
Now Ward. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. DeMarcus Lawrence. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of
everyone on offense not doing their job. But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
And that's going to be incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And this offense on third down today, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 16. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 20. There'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Seahawks offense has Sam Darnold headed back out there. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Okay,
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now Spears to begin the drive. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw is Ward. That'll be complete to Okonkwo. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
A gain of 14. 1st down, Tennessee.
This is where you can try and get a tight end in space. They like this matchup, so they'll let their 2 receivers to his outside run simple little short routes, hoping to suck up the secondary. And that'll free up space for their tight end on a corner route to make a big play.
Hey, check that. Check
They'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
3rd down and 13.
Come on.
Throwing is Ward. That's into the hands of Iomanner. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Taking it about the 16. Oh, fighting off the defender. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Seahawks offense and Jackson Smith and Jigba getting ready to go back to work. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way, because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Play action. It's Darnold. Open man is Barner, the tight end. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. A play fake, and it's Darnold. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Faking the give, Darnold. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Off of play action, Darnold. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Offense is moving it a little bit, out and back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here's Darnold. Throw out wide to Walker. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 32-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. A gain of 5. And it's 2nd down.
At the Titans' 27-yard line.
To the air again, Darnold. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They overloaded that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd down and 12. Under pressure, they got him again. Jihad Ward. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling with this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Over the middle, he's going to find Iomanner. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
This is taken at the 23. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Now he's going to step up and run. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Now off the bootleg, Darnold. That's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Here we go, set.
Now it's Darnold. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jihad Ward in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Back to throw, Darnold. That's complete to the tight end, Sauber. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Darnold, he lost the football. Oh, one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
The Titans set and ready to go on offense.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Go! Cougar 19!
From the gun, here's Ward. And he gets it down to the 32. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Here's Ward. That's caught left side by Allmanner. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
On 4th down, on is the veteran, Joey Slye for the Titans field goal.
From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt.
Slye able to put this one through.
And that lead is back down to 9 now.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Here's Darnold. He completes this to Walker.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
And, oh, boy, nobody wants to see this. That's the running back, Kenneth Walker, who appears to be injured. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
To throw is Darnold. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
And that's another throw that could have been intercepted. Part of this, you credit the defense. They've been really stingy. But he's also made some really questionable throws. And that's another one right there.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt.
Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Titan football.
Looking to put a drive together. Off the bootleg, Ward.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Derek Hall. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
You doing okay over there, partner? Because that's yet another sack in this game that you just had to call. We're not even at halftime yet. No wonder this team has the lead. What an effort by the defense right from the word go. The adjustments at halftime, they're going to have to be big, or this could really get ugly in the second half.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the 50, it's Darnold. That'll be caught by Cobb. Still going. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And, boy, here's a sight you don't want to see. Ken Walker injured on that last play. Now Darnold. And this is caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Jackson Smith-Njigba with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. And that will make this a 16-point lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tiny 2-play drive that time.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now Ward. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Come on. Set. Cowboy 80.
Ward from the gun on 3rd down. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Here we go. Here we go. I got 70 Lions.
On 1st and 10, it's Spears. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Ready?
To throw is Ward. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
17 yards. That's good for a Titans first down.
Throwing now, Ward. And the Seahawks defense gets to him and they bring him down. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Throwing is Ward. Short throw taken in by Okonkwo. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Let's go. Grab the stick.
Out of the gun, Ward. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. This is fielded at the 7. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Jackson Smith and Jigba and his offense ready to go once more here. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the second quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all of those things? But the best players show up each and every week. Solid games and some spectacular ones.
He has shown up time and time again.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking. So you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And this is incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 33 yards that time.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
Throwing again is Darnold. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
At the 27-yard line.
Darnold. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A final shot before the break. Darnold across the middle, and this pass complete to Cooper Kupp. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
They'll throw now on the final play. A quick throw, but incomplete. So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Here we go, here we go. Hot 70.
To throw, here's Ward. Pressure comes, he's taken down by the Seahawk defense. That sack, it goes to Boye Mafe.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line is taking charge and control this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Ward. That's complete to DK.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. From the gun, Ward. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Titans first down. A gain of 12. And the Titans first down.
They'll run with Spears. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 Lumen.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun, Ward. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. Jackson Smith and Jigba and his offense ready to go once more here. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They'll get this one to Cup complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Darnold now to throw. Open man is Barner, the tight end. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectations.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary. Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
To the air again, Darnold. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
And we've seen him have success.
And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out.
Previous play is under review.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. From the 48-yard line, here's second down and 2.
We're going to sack.
Darnold to throw again. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
We're going to sack.
Here's Darnold. That is caught. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Again, Darnold. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And with that pass, CD, he's now over 400 yards in the game. And even in a pass-first league, that is still a tough benchmark to hit.
And all week leading up to this one, all we read, heard about was the confidence he had that he could put up big numbers. Kudos to him for coming out here with that belief in himself and for making it happen.
Back to throw, Darnold. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Here's Darnold. That'll be
caught by Cup. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Now it's Darnold.
He finds Smith and Jigba in the end zone for a Seahawks touchdown.
From 17 yards out, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Now Myers for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that one a long 11-play drive.
And it was capped off by a Jackson Smith and Jigba touchdown catch.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And he returns this to the 22.
And the Titans getting set to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
65, 65.
Play fake, here's Ward.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. First throw now for the backup, Allen. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Reek Woolen on the coverage there defensively.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's Johnny Hecker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking it about the 36. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
46-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your
observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board. Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Darnold. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. To throw is Darnold. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Now here's Michael Dixon as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Titans getting set and ready to go here for their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. The Spears with another carry. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Short throw taken in by Okonkwo. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. To throw is Ward. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba and his offense ready to go once more here. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore, because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that a mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. That's complete to the tight end, Sauber. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's
blitz coming, and down he goes. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down.
Go sack.
Play action. It's Darnold. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the 1st.
credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well where you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
Here we go, set.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up second down. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Darnold. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Real side.
Throwing again is Darnold. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jihad Ward in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
Fair catch.
So possession goes over here on the punt. Out come the Titans now.
At their own 20-yard line.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Over the middle, he has a Conquo. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Crack all 80. Ready.
Throwing is Ward. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Out of the gun again to Spears. And a short gain down to about the 33.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved up the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Come on, come on. Set. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Throwing now, Ward. Short throw taken in by a Conquo. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Ready.
Here's Ward. That's into the hands of Eilmanner. And he will have the Titans 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
And the Titans 1st down.
Let's go now. 60 in.
On the option, here's Spears. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. To throw, here's Ward. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Ernest Jones able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. We're down this big. We know that they need touchdowns instead of field goals, but now it's add insult to injury because they can't even get the 3, Charles, on the excellent block there by the special teams.
And it certainly felt to me like the special teams consider themselves an extension of the defense, which has played well for them. They have a nice cushion. They didn't want to allow any points, any opportunity to cut into their lead. A big-time play by those guys on that side of the ball.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Ward off the play fake. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Hand off to Spears. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. And he's able to get it out of there. And taken at the 46. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Jackson Smith and Jigba and his offense ready to go once more here. He's been almost impossible to bottle up. You see that number 10 on your screen, a big reason why they have the lead.
One of the guys is being featured in this game and making sure that he's targeted because they do trust him with the ball. That's why they go back to him time and time again.
Darnold now to throw. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Ready?
Here's Locke. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Open man is Barner, the tight end. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
That's good for a Seahawks first down.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. They'll run. This is George Helani. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from walking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. They'll run with Helani. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
23-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Oh, he fakes a spike. He'll try to do it himself. And this is going to work. It's caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. And with that last completion, folks, he now owns the NFL record for most passing yards in a single game.
We're going to sign.
Here's Darnold. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal.
A truly all-around great effort against the pass today. First an interception, now getting to the quarterback for the first time in this contest. I think offensively, they just forgot to prepare for him or simply overlooked him in getting ready for this one. Either way, a big mistake, and he's making them pay for it.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go.
Here's Locke to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? That's caught. Touchdown. Jackson Smith and Jigba. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. So that one is 4th touchdown catch of the game, 1 behind the all-time record of 5.
from Myers. And the lead is now an even 30. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it was capped off by a Jackson Smith and Jigba touchdown catch.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Titans now just about ready to take over. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Spears. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 48 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. They go play action with Ward.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Leonard Williams picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it with Ward.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Shotgun snap to Locke.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Credit the sack there to Arden Key.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. Yeah, they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Locke. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
A lot of ground to cover here for Locke and the Seahawks. 3rd and long after that sack.
Looking to throw. Locke out to the flat. That's complete to his running back.
That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line.
Tennessee offense set to go again. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
A loss of 7 yards. And
Here we go. go, Jack.
Now Ward. That's complete to DK.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. And taken right at the 35.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
The home team's offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they put in a lot of backups to do it, and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to give them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Block working out of the gun.
That to the sideline, and it's intercepted.
And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
That was anything but a frozen rope to the outside, and it winds up an interception.
And these are the ones you hope for as a defender because he's got clear sailing in front of him to return this one a long way. And he sets his guys up in good shape with a terrific return.
The Titans set and ready to go on offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Ready?
Ward.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Allen now looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway cut.
And it's a Titans touchdown.
Chimray DK
from 13 yards out.
And the Titans are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Jackson Smith and Jigba and his offense ready to go once more here.
What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdown.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They look to throw. It's Locke. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it's second down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space, because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
We saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. No gain on the play. And now third down and 6 to go. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it'll be Titan football.
Tennessee offense set to go again. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. To the air, Allen.
A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out.
And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to fourth down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. Returnable here from the 38.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Clock now to throw. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Jackson Smith and Jigba. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 41-yard
line. Now a second and 6.
from the gun. It's Locke. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba.
Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
Let's go.
Locke going to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Here we go. Here we go.
Again, it's Locke. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Come on. Set.
Again, they'll throw with Locke. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Jihad Ward. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Jason Myers for the Seahawks field goal.
Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Looking to put a drive together. Play action. Now it's Allen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Go!
To throw it is Locke. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
A lot of ground to cover here for Locke and the Seahawks. 3rd and long after that sack.
Back to throw. Locke. And the pressure gets to him again. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle.
DK to return.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
On 17-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Intended for Jake.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Allen.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And got his man complete. It's a big play there for Tennessee. 46 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Throwing now is Allen.
A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline.
He's got a man complete. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll make this a 19-point ball game.
26.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And did the Titans get this? Yes, Tennessee football. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are two very tough things to do.
It takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs him. The kicking team gets the football here. Allen going to throw.
Short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. He's got the open man. It's Manor. And he will have a Titans first down. They needed 4. He doubled down. He wound up getting 8.
That's good for a Titans first down.
And here's a give to Spears. And not much running room. Down to the 32. They work now on 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd.
To throw, it's Allen. And he will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Here's Allen to throw it. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first.
4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
One final try here for Allen. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. A lot going to throw it here. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Locke. They're complete to Smith-Njigba. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Let's go.
Here's Locke. That'll be caught by Cobb. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very solid gain of 27. Continuing to keep their foot on the gas. And it looks like they're just having fun out there. They're loose, they're free, and they're enjoying what the scoreboard looks like.
I'd have to say I agree with you totally. They're having a blast out there all game long when they throw the football. They're picking up nice chunks of real estate, significant yardage on just about every throw that they make. And there's another one there, and they continue to have that fun that you just talked about.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now Locke again. Open man right side is cut complete. He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs.
First down. First and 10 at the
They'll actually throw it with Locke. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 12-yard line.
Here's Locke to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
It's now 3rd down.
So the victory here for Seattle, and a little bit of a surprise they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future they've got work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.